Hello, welcome. My name is Patty, and I'm a part-time reseller on sites such as eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Etsy. And what I have for you today are my sales for last week, October 21st through the 27th. We'll go over what all these items sold for, see what's selling the first part of Q4. I'm also going to go over some surprising sales that I've had from my local bins that I go to. Sometimes it's really small, so I didn't get a whole lot of stuff, but I got a pretty good amount of bread and butter items. So if you want to see what those were, go ahead and stay tuned. All right, so I unfortunately did not have any sales for Etsy for this past week or last week. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with Poshmark, then Mercari, and then I'm going to finish out with eBay because most of my sales do happen on eBay. So this first was this cute H&M faux leather jacket. I got this in I think I either got this in a thrift or I picked it up for not a lot at the thrift store since it was a faux leather jacket. I don't normally pick up H&M. The stuff that I do have listed from them are things that I've gotten in a thrift box, but because this was for leather and it was in really good condition, I went ahead and picked it up. It did sell for $25. We have this White House Black Market. I've had this for a minute. I can tell by the background that I've had it for at least a couple of years. And of course, it's sweater weather now, except for South Georgia. It is hot. I got on a long sleeve shirt today and I'm about to die right now. It was cool this morning, so it's cool in the morning, hot in the afternoon, and then cool again at night. But anyways, this did sell on an offer that someone sent me for $15. I'm not getting a lot of sales on Poshmark, even before the foolishness that they did with the fees, doing the fees and then taking them back, whatever. So a couple of sales is about right. Only one sale on Mercari. Did have two sets of these, didn't pay a lot for them, and it sold for $12. The good thing, I guess, about Mercari is that there are no fees. Of course, along with that, sales have seemed to tank for me, but there are some sellers that are still doing really great on Mercari. So it might be according to what you're selling, but this did sell for $12. And now on to eBay. These Abercrombie and Fitch 10 short boot cut jeans. I got them, I think the thrift was having a sale on jeans for like $1 or $2, and so I picked these up because this brand is starting to sell really well now. And I only paid a couple of dollars for it, so it did sell for $24.24. If I say a amount that sounds a little weird, I do send out percent off offers. I'll check off all of my offers and then just send a bulk percent off. So that's what's happening with that. And I do have a 5% off sale on my store at all times that people sometimes take advantage of as well. So these were a lot of some toys. These are not like a great name brand, so I allotted them all together, and they did surprisingly sell for $11.99. So they sold, since I have a 5% off on my store at all times, since you don't see the 5% off, more than likely these sold after I did an end and sell similar before my sale had a chance to go back on. And sometimes I forget to put my sale on because I do it Monday through Friday and then the weekend. But in this case, it was because I had did an end and sell similar and it sold soon after. Got this cute little bathrobe. I wish I had somebody that can wear this. I would have kept it. But I got it for like a couple of dollars at a church thrift, and it did sell for $12.53. We have these leggings. Someone had reached out to me and said that they had just bought some for $12. I was wondering if I can sell these for $12, and I hadn't had any sales for that day, so I went ahead and sold it for $12. I was hoping to get a little bit more. The thing about these is that I found them on a random shelf in Goodwill, you know, where they stick a lot of stuff that they don't seem to know what to do with. So make sure you're looking through everything when you're in the thrift store. You might come up on surprise. Only paid a couple of dollars for it, so I went ahead and let it go for $12. We have this Juicy Couture. I was excited to find this in the thrift. I knew that it would sell this season and sell for a good amount. It is, you can tell by the tag that it is vintage. I did sell it on an offer that I sent out, offers to watchers, for $39. Had this jacket for a while and it did sell before, but for whatever reason, I had lost it in my inventory. A nice, pretty color, corduroy. I don't often pick up loft, but I picked this up because of the color, and I think it was also, the thrift was having a sale on it. But I did sell it on an offer that I sent out for $15. Next is Thomas the Train. I think it was complete because there's 12 books in there. As you can see, even though it's a little rough looking on the outside, the books were in good condition. I knew that it would probably sell because I would look up any kind of curriculum when you come across it, like, you know, that can be used for homeschool. And this was in a random bag at the church thrift. I think the whole bag was like $2 or $3. It had this and some cards, playing cards, and like some other kind of stuff in it. So probably have like about 50 to 75 cents into this. And it did sell for an offer that I sent out for $10. These, I ended up looking these up because they were new, sealed, and they seem to be selling okay. So I blotted them together to get a better price on them. I got them, the thrift store was having a 5 for $1. So I only have 50 cents into these. And it did sell for the $32.20. As you can see, that's the price for the 5% off that I have on my store. This was a first surprising sale because from the haul that I got from the local bins, because the bins I got like some Ralph Lauren stuff and some other things, and this universal thread was the first thing from that to sell. I will go ahead and link below if you want to see what else I found. Unfortunately, I haven't listed everything in there. I need to get to listing some other stuff that I found in there. I just listed the Snoopy sheets that I found. Their Snoopy is just the bottom, the twin sheet, but it is getting a lot of attention. I put it up for 14, hoping to get 10. But anyways, Universal Thread is a brand that, even though it's like Walmart or Target, it does sell well. So I will pick it up if I can find it cheap enough. And it did sell for the $14.24. I have another sale from the bins that surprised me, that as being one of the first one to sell, that I'm going to go over in a little bit. This is such a cute skirt. I got it, even though I don't do well with skirts. I picked this up a few months ago in a regular thrift, so probably got like about $5 into it, and it did sell for $9.49. This was a really good sale. This is a vintage My Little Pony Unicorn Star Harper. As you can see, I had it listed really high, and somebody sent me an offer for $48. And at that point, I went ahead and looked up to see what it was selling for. And because the price that I put it out there for was what was I was seeing when I did my research. But when someone sent me the offer 48 and I went back and looked into it, the one that was actually selling closer to 60 is the one that looks like this, but it has like the white hair. That's the one that goes for a lot more. This one was going between like $45 to $50. So I went ahead and accepted the $48 offers. So that's something that I would do, especially if you had something for a long time, when somebody sends you an offer, because comps change all the time. Take that opportunity instead of just automatically declining, unless it's ridiculous, of course. If it seems like it's reasonable, go and do research and see what the item is selling for right now, especially if there are a lot that have sold. If you have something that's unique, not a lot have sold, and you want to hold out for that price, by all means do that. But I would go ahead and check and look to see if maybe the price had changed. These were some comfy pants, and I probably could have sat on these and got a little bit more, but somebody sent me an offer for $12, and I went ahead and accepted. I think I think to push those sales out for that day. This is just a Walmart brand, but I love to pick up the Walmart, especially this Way to Celebrate brand seems to sell pretty well for me. I just sold something in this brand a couple of days ago. But this is a cute little sloth that sold for the $9.49. It's the perfect size to use as a lovey as well. This Polo Ralph Lauren, um, I picked this up. I think I got this in the last Goodwill mystery box that I got for the Goodwill Blue Box. And it did sell for the $14.20. We have this really cute tie plush. I do not pick up the Beanie Babies. So any Beanie Babies that I have listed are ones that I've gotten in some kind of plush mystery box. But for the bigger items, especially these bears, the vintage bears, I will look them up. And if they are selling okay and they are cheap, I'll pick them up. This did sell for $14.20. This is the next surprising item that I found. It is two U.S. Foods men's extra large orange uniform shirts, and there were actually a couple of more, and I found these at the bins, and I wish I would have gotten the other ones. I wouldn't have gotten them if it was a single shirt, but because there were two, I can lock them together. I was just going through some bins that had been picked over while I was waiting for the new bins to come out. The bins that I go to, they don't rotate as often as other people's bins. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Goodwill has, it's like a Goodwill outlet, and some cities have where there are these big column bins or these blue bins, and they just dump all of the things in there. They're usually, sometimes they get raw donations from people just dropping it off at the center, but a lot of times it's like the last stop from the Goodwills. All the Goodwill, the regular store Goodwills will send them to these places. For them, it's the last stop before they send them off either to landfill or to send them out to be, they'll sell them bulk to other countries. I don't know what the other countries do with them, but anyways, these did sell, and they sold for $33.24, which is a really good price because by weight, my Goodwill is not a whole lot. So by weight, I probably paid no more than $3 for both of them. This is a Loft Elephant Motif lightweight cardigan. I got this specifically for the pattern on there. I love elephants, and I just thought that this was really, really cute, and I knew that it would sell well. And it sold for an offer that I sent out for $12. Next, we have this Christmas tree wooden rubber stamp. I don't pick up a lot of wooden stamps because they can be long tail. Because this is, we're coming up on Christmas season, I went ahead and picked it up, and I got it with, it was in a group of other stamps, so I didn't pay a lot for it, but it did sell for $7.59. This is actually, I got this in, Goodwill had like a bin of plush, and this was in there. And I was wondering why in the world it was from PetSmart. And then I looked at the tag, and it's actually a squeak toy, which was really cute. And it sold for $14.24. Then we have Lily Pulitzer. Of course, Lily Pulitzer is a good buy. I will pick it up if I can get it at a decent price. If it's something that's a little higher, I'll still at least look it up to see if maybe it's in hard to find print, to see if it's worth picking up at a higher price. But I got this actually in a mystery box, and I've had it for a little bit. And surprisingly, it sold not in, as we're going into fall, but it's $14.24 is what it sold for. We have this Ann Taylor blouse. I got this in a mystery box because I don't normally pick up like these little simple shirts like this unless I can get it like really, really cheaply. Like if I saw it at the bins or if it was at the thrift store for like $1 or something, I'd pick it up because this is really nice. And it did sell for the $14.24. Have this. I bought this in I like to get like bags of toys, and the thrift usually has them for like $1 or $2. So probably have like 25-50 cents into this, and it's a replacement for a princess doll actually, because it's really small. So it's not something that is for the child to wear. It's for the doll that you see for like the toddler princess dolls. And it did sell for an offer that I sent out for $8.35. Then lastly, we have these Abercrombie and Fitch joggers. I did get these in a Goodwill Blue box. They're in really good condition. Someone sent me a message asking me what was the best that I can do for these. So I did send them back an offer for $12. That's another thing too that I recommend. Like when someone asks you a question on eBay, there's an option to send them back an offer when you answer their questions. I recommend doing that because I do make some sales, a good amount of sales that way, with sending them an offer after I'm answering their questions, especially if you're answering their questions in a timely manner. They're usually really appreciative of that, and they know that because you answer them in a timely manner, you're going to ship out in a timely manner as well. So that's a good tip. So that's a little tip for you for when you're like conversing with people on eBay answering questions. But anyways, that is what sold for me for last week. A pretty good amount of sales for me. I'm just a part-time reseller, so I am happy to be making any amount of money that is good extra money, especially with the holidays coming up, with all the nieces and nephews that I have. But let me know how your Q4 is going. Are you selling pretty well? Some sellers seem to be doing okay. Some sellers, their sales seem to be down. Mine is like steady. I want it to rise a little bit, of course, don't we all? But let me know how your sales are and what is your best platform that you're selling on. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Talk to you later.